Smilesy.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 10th episode of the Caouette Circus. Go Habs. Habs trip coming up in 3 weeks. Well, 3 weeks from now, we'll be in Montreal watching the game. How's everyone's week been going? Zoe, what about you? I'll start with you first.
Yeah, my week's been going pretty well. Training started with my employees. Um, 2 more weeks left, and pottery class is going great. So I made 2 bowls this week,
Congratulations.
and I have a hockey tournament in two weeks from now, and I'm preparing for. Been doing a lot of skiing too, so that's what I did yesterday.
That's
Is
Went
your
skiing.
is your tournament Zoe? You play goalie?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, skiing's good prep for skating anyways, so
Yeah, I
good
just need
workout.
to do some stretching because
Oh
being
yeah,
a goalie can really mess you up.
definitely.
I loved what Johnny posted this week on Facebook for his fundraiser and the adaptive skiing that he does. I didn't really visually understand, like, after he posted some pictures. It's pretty amazing, and he actually called me because we contributed towards his fundraiser. And he told me that it was either this week or last week that he skied with a veteran who was blind. And I thought that they would be tied together, and that wasn't it at all. Johnny was skiing in front of the gentleman, and just by talking to him and telling him to go left or right or follow my voice, he was able to ski down the mountain by himself, which is just like awe-inspiring. And then afterwards, when Johnny asked him what the best part of it was, it's that when you live the life as a blind person, it's very slow because you always have to be cautious and careful of not injuring yourself. And that this was just so freeing for that gentleman that, it had Johnny in tears, and now has me in tears too. So quite special, the work that he does.
Very special. Yeah, we'll be doing the shredathon next weekend. I'll be doing it with him. You kind of gonna be the one videotaping his sick jumps.
Escapades.
So if anyone wants to donate, even even $5, you'll get a video just for yourself of Johnny doing a sick move on the mountain.
And remember, was it last year when he was wearing those chaps
Mhm.
I
with his
always remember.
buttocks showing through the back end?
I know. I remember when Zoe. All of a sudden, I see Zoe going downhill with clothes in her hand.
That's not the same
Johnny.
time.
Huh?
It's not the same time that your
I know.
mom's
I know.
talking about.
Oh yeah, but yeah, that's right. It was not the same time. But the thing in the water was funny. But the other
Well,
part,
if
but
anyone's interested in donating, I can put the link on my Facebook as well. So
yeah, I'm very happy that mom. It's funny when he put that online, mommy. Well, I woke up. I said, "Oh, I see that." I said, "Oh, I'm gonna go check and donate for him." And mommy did it like 10 minutes before me. I was like, I guess I don't have to do it. But we're talking good. Now I see
Yeah, Mom, how's your week been going?
Wow, it's been a pretty awesome week. Let's see, we went to a concert on Wednesday night, which was actually your father's Christmas gift. You want to talk about the concert, Dan, or me?
you can talk about it.
So we went to see John Mellencamp. And for me, when I moved to the US from Canada, when I was, I don't know, 14 or 15 years old, it was the first concert that I went to. And I don't know if it's because it was the first concert, like in my head, I always considered it to be the best concert I had ever been to. Maybe, first impressions last. So I hadn't seen him again since 15. So 37 years later, it's coming back to Hartford, this time playing at the Bushnell, which is a much smaller venue than the Hartford Civic Center. And I was like, oh, I gotta go. And knowing that Dan had never been before, I'm like, I gotta bring him too. He's a guy that likes music. He likes 80s music. I said, we're in. I don't know if you guys can hear the airplane.
I can't.
Um, it's a beautiful day, so I didn't want to miss out on the sunshine. So anyway, we went to concert and it was just as good as I remembered. There were mostly songs that we knew, a few songs that we didn't know. His speed or pace of the songs was slowed down, but it was just as good as I remembered it. And I'll let Dan add anything he wants to say.
Yeah, he's very good storyteller. He was saying those kind of good stories, and I think the song from Portland, Oregon, it was very good. I think the homeless one.
Mm-hmm.
That was I think one. I didn't know that song, but he wrote it, and it was a good song, and I loved it. So he's a good performer, even though he's 72 years old, he did a good job. Obviously, like you said, you can't sing those fast songs anymore. So he changed the beat of the songs that we knew. So, but he said that was great. That was a fun concert, and it was worth all the money we paid for it. So that was nice.
And today at 1:00, I'm going to try something new, aerial yoga. Looking forward to that.
You're going with Skylar, right?
Skylar and Yolanda.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. That's it for me.
Yeah.
What about you, Dan?
What?
How's your week?
Very good, thank you. Like I said, Mom, said we went to concert on Wednesday, but on Thursday I went to play golf with Max. It was so beautiful. We had a great time, and we played at Rolling Meadows in Ellington. It was very wet, some holes, but what a great day. Spend time with your son, and hang out and hit some golf balls. Just get ready for my league starting in April. So I don't like to just hit golf ball. Go to the golf course and play. It was a good warm up, and we started slow, but I think after that, Max and I were hitting good, and Max made some long putts, and there was some very long one that I couldn't believe it went in.
Well, dude, because you see how those greens were so messed up because the pins on like an island on a little hill on the green, or
yeah,
there's so many angles and stuff like that, and the greens are so fast. So,
that's right. But it was challenging, but we had a good time. So, and our Montreal trip's coming soon, like Max said, in 3 weeks. So I've been working on that, and it's very exciting. And get ready, get the stuff, order all the drinks for the bus and for Montreal. So I can't wait. And on this Wednesday, I'm going for a little. Well, it's no surgery, but they're gonna do a stem cell. So they're gonna take blood of my body, and they're gonna spin it, and there's gonna be some liquid left from the blood. And they're gonna take it and inject it in my knee, and just stimulate my where I have problem on my knee. And it should take about it'll take about a month to do a good job. And from 1 to 4, that's why it's going to improve my knee. And we'll see if it works. If it works, trust me, I'll be the one saying it. I'm going to encourage people to do it. But if it doesn't, same thing. I said, don't do it. But very excited. We're trying something else, and just I want to be feel better. Be able to walk, go up the stairs easier, and go down the stairs. So that's good. And yesterday we went to the French club, and last night UConn was playing, and it was a packed house at the French club that Lynn and I had to help the bartenders for a couple hours. It was a packed house, and it was a great night. And UConn won, and they're playing again today at 6:30. So I guess we're gonna go. We're gonna go again to the French club today and see who's gonna show up. And if there's a lot of people, well, we'll help again. So.
Did you say you bartended?
Yeah.
Well, we mostly washed glasses and picked up bottles, but if it was easy stuff like beer, we could handle, but the mixed drinks we gave them to the real bartenders.
Yeah. So like change the keg and put bottles in the beer in the fridge, So, but yeah,
we didn't use the registers at all. I'd handwrite all the things, and they would type them in. So
yeah,
it worked.
I think the French club is doing great. Fridays is it's amazing, and it's a good community bar. It is a community bar. The parking lot was packed.
No
And-
space to park. And actually what I was saying this morning as we dropped off my truck for service, I said, wow, it's really good to find a place that we enjoy going to, that we see our children enjoy going to, and that the generation older than us enjoys going to. So it's like a community place for all ages. It's really quite unique in that respect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's awesome. So that's what's going on, and so doing great.
Well, I haven't talked about what I've been up to, but I mean, some of it was discussed already. But on Monday, I hung out with my girlfriend. On Tuesday, well, I'm on break. I didn't mention that. I'm on break for a week from school. So I've been at home. I've been at home all week. I think you could see it in the last one. I was at home, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
But on Tuesday, we did some backbreaking work at the French club. We were mulching. Excuse my language, but my back effing hurt after that because we were shoveling for like 3 hours, no stop, go, 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 go. And but so that was a tough ask because there's a lot of mulching to be done.
Two shovel and a wheelbarrow, Max, huh?
That's it. That's it. And some
That's
gloves.
it. And Max had gloves on, and he still got the blisters.
Got blisters all over my hands.
I guess you don't work enough.
Yeah, he said I'm better with the pencil. Pencil.
But yeah.
Thank you for helping with that.
Oh, no problem. But
we took care of you. The French Cup took care of you yesterday, right?
Yeah, and then but over the weekend before we on Saturday night, I went to the casino with a bunch of my buddies celebrating 2 of our friends' birthdays that we had, and that was a fun night. I drove everyone there and drove everyone back. We got back at I got back home at 3:30 a.m. But there was a time jump too, so we lost an hour on the ride home.
And you won.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I won $250 gambling, so I was pretty happy about that. I mean, it's not a lot of money, but I only had $75 to play with on a $25 minimum table, so I'm pretty happy I didn't just lose 3 hands and have to walk away. But yeah, and then what was it? Yeah, yesterday I went to the French club, obviously, and then went to go see my buddy at bartends at Elmo's. And then we all made our way back to the French club and stayed there pretty late. And I ended up, I don't know, leaving around probably 1-ish, I think.
Awesome.
That's what I've been up to.
Good.
Last up is the guy that has the best news of the week.
So on Wednesday, I got my cast off. They put a shorter cast on, and it's gonna be 4 weeks with that one. So now I can bend my leg, and I'm working on next week. I'm probably going to be able to walk without my crutches.
Exactly.
Very happy for you, Xavier. It's always improving, right?
Yeah.
And what happened last Sunday?
We won the EHF.
Yeah, Eastern Hockey Federation, an elite team. Xavier's team won, and Xavier was a great teammate. And we were playing at the Warrior with Boston Bruins practice. At the wheelchair, right next to the bench. So we were 5 minutes left in the game. I went near the bench. I was hanging out. And there was the other team was raining. So I asked them when the clock is done, open the door so I can push Xavier on the ice in his wheelchair. So as soon as I finished, they opened the door. I pushed Z on the ice. Xavier took his helmet off, and when his team, Owen took care of Xavier, ride him around, and make sure that take care of him. So it worked out good. All the kids were very nice to you, and I think that's a great experience, huh, Z?
Yeah. And I was talking to a parent or two, and they were talking about if another kid on the team broke their leg, and Xavier's really a model for how to act and dealing with this adversity, I guess, because we were talking about adversity a couple episodes ago. But he's really handled himself really well, and it's definitely very frustrating, but I think as an 11-year-old, you couldn't ask for a lot more out of them. So
Bravo.
Nice to hear, Xavier, right?
Yeah.
Brother, when he says, very proud of you. And then what? He told me, he came to me and said, Dad, when I have that cast off, I'm ready. I'll be ready. So he's ready to adversity, right? Ready to up on the ice. And I can see him. I can't wait to see him jump on the ice with a big smile in his face. I might have tear eyes when it happened too.
No, not you.
Excuse me.
Not you, Dan. No
No,
way you'd cry.
Sorry. Sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah. No, it should happen, and no, just go through it and stay positive as much as we can, That's the way it is. So, Max, anything else?
Not really, but we were going to talk about today briefly about the tryout process for pretty much any sport and what you have to go through, because we've obviously, myself, Zoe, and Xavier a little bit, we've all been through that ringer of trying out for teams and trying to get placed somewhere, and how difficult it can be to find the right fit for a team. And obviously, I was very fortunate when I was younger, where I played for one team pretty much all of my youth career, outside of, I mean, South Windsor and then my AAA team. But it's not that simple now, especially with a lot more programs. And I don't know. You can continue from there, Dad.
Yeah. Sorry. I have a problem with my voice. But when I'm well, my voice.
You can just mute yourself for a moment.
Yeah.
I can tell you what his problem with his voice is.
I'm
He
muted.
stayed out. He stayed out too
yeah.
late last night.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't like me though. He wasn't singing karaoke with a bunch of the guys.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh man, I keep missing it.
Well, it was because it was really late and there was like barely anyone left there. But what's it called? We did Mr. Brightside. There was 4 of us. We had 4 microphones. We were all singing together.
Oh my goodness.
And then we did the guy running the karaoke had us he wanted us to do another song. We didn't pick it, but he put Straight to Hell by Darius Rucker.
Yeah.
I only knew the chorus. I didn't know anything else. But he was singing with us, so he helped us out a little bit, because I had no idea what to do.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it was a good time. You're muted, Dan.
But yeah, I didn't. So when I left, you guys sang after.
Yeah.
Okay. But so
That's right. Sorry.
I did tryouts too my days in Canada, and it's so different now. So why not try? And I've been explaining that to a lot of people. Oh, wait a second. The battery's low. And the thing is, when I played, the example, the trial in the fall was, so the fall, you try out for the top team. Those are AAA. So AAA, you try out. You don't make the team, you go to the AA teams. You try out for those AA teams. You don't make the team, you go play for the town team. So, and it was not at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You had the AAA, AA, A, and after that, you're done here. But now it's not like that anymore. Like little Timmy is going to try out for the Mascon. Now all the trials are at the same time. And so the kids go to one tryout instead of going to both tryouts, because he can't do both. And it's a shit show. I don't think it worked well. I think CHC should put the CHC, Connecticut Hockey Conference. They should have a program like Mid-Fairfield and Mascon have tryouts. After that, you go for your lower teams, because that's the top 2 teams in the country, in the state. There's no better than those 2 teams around. I mean, and don't be mean to other people now. But if you play for Mid-Fairfield, we'll play Mascon, but especially our team. Our team is very good. So, but that's what it should be, man. I don't know why they don't do it that way. That's the problem I got.
Because they're all money making organizations now, so they're competing against each other rather than equally evening out and placing the teams.
Well, there's also too many teams too many people are paying way too much money to play travel hockey that if everyone just stayed in like their town team, the hockey would be very good. But now there's a lack of players playing for their town team because it's kind of frowned upon. It's looked down upon. Your kid's not
It's
going to go
still
anywhere if he's playing for the town team type of thing.
it
Everybody
gets diluted.
yeah, exactly. So now there's a bunch of other travel teams that have the parents pay thousands upon thousands of dollars to travel and play in all these tournaments and stuff. When in reality, they're just like a piggy bank. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that the teams can just draw from. They shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to spend that much money to enjoy hockey because it's already so expensive with just like the equipment in general, especially for a goalie. And even with kids, dude, they're growing. Like you got to buy new gear every once in a while. Like obviously once you get to like 15, 16, you can wear the same gear for a little while, but the barrier of entry into hockey is awful. And then you got to pay thousands of dollars to even just sniff at or a decent team, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I agree, Max, what you're saying. The thing is, I want to repeat, you have Mid-Fairfield mascot. After that, you can have the Chiefs, you can have the elite organization, and that could be like your double A, you know what I mean? After that, count is South Windsor, and that's what it should be. But everybody thinks because they're paying $6,000 that, oh yeah, I got the top. It's not, it doesn't mean you're playing on the greatest team, you know? And it's tough. People want, the kids, also, little Timmy doesn't make that team. They're going to find a team, no matter what, who's kind of call themselves elite. They're going to play there. But it's not, it's, like you said, Max, it's diluted. And it sucks because if you had, it'd be nice to have all the good players together on one team. They're kind of a heck of a team. But it's not that. You have one there, one, and that's the problem I got with hockey in Connecticut. I think those organizations, they should work together, but they, like Mommy Lynn said, well, they don't want to do that. They're competing against each other.
It's a business.
The business.
Yeah.
And
I understand that. Like everybody needs to make money, everyone needs to make their ends meet. But there definitely should be more of a structure that's built so that everyone can get the best out of every kid. You know what I mean? Where everyone has the best fit. I'm not saying to axe programs, but I'm just saying like it should be more, it should not be looked down upon to play for your town team. Because at least when I was there and I was a kid, we were very good for South Windsor. We
yeah,
had a very good team. And even like that year, the 2001 year, in like OOs around that age, like kids that I was playing with, like though we had very good hockey in South Windsor, and most of them stayed there the whole time. And then you get to high school, and that they're the only reason why the South Windsor hockey team was relevant. Once they graduated, it kind of went down the drain.
yeah.
Because then you're looking around, you're like, well, I don't have anyone to field the team. And it's like, I don't know, the level of hockey for like town programs has definitely dropped off a lot, which is sad because like when I was younger, I remember going to the South Windsor high school games, sitting in the stands. Those stands were packed always. There was never a game where there was like empty seats.
Yep.
People like the whole school's there supporting all the time because it was fun hockey to watch. Now it's just everyone goes to like prep school and stuff like that, so you lose all the good players. And I mean, I understand going to prep school, but also people don't go play high school because they go play for some AAA team where they're playing like, I don't know, 60 games a season to play juniors or something. And when in reality, their best bet would probably play for the high school team. But if everyone went to go play for the high school team that was not able to make prep school, the high school teams would be really good again, I think.
I bet you'd have two teams.
Yeah, you could have a JV roster.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's so it's diluted for sure. You know, it's tough, and I don't know. I think USA Hockey is doing a good job. I mean, for the whole country, I think USA Hockey is doing a great job to promote all kind of stuff. But I think if you look in the state, there's a lot of stuff should be, but no matter what, you're gonna try to change something. It's gonna be hard because people it's very hard. And the other thing is like little Timmy gonna make those great team, and you leave an organization and people are pissed off at you because you're leaving, go to somewhere else, and they look at you like what are you guys doing, you know? But you know what? You try to do the best you can with your kid, who you can play at the top level. We are lucky that Max played for the Wolfpack for 5 years, and he played. He didn't. He tried out. Listen, he tried with the Wolfpack every year, and I'm telling you right now, the team he had pretty much where he went. That was a good team, and Xavier's been lucky. He's been the same team. What? That's his third year with Mascon, and third. Third to fourth.
Hey,
Is it what?
Xavier, what'd
Yeah.
you do with tryouts this year with your broken leg?
I was doing the clocks.
Yeah, but are you going to be able to make the team?
Yeah.
Coach Al said, there's two guys who made the team. He's telling the kids, two guys made the team now. Xavier and Berkey. Berkey's the goalie. He said, that's it. But that's why, like I said, we're fortunate. Thank for us, but it's hard for the kids. Some kids, they've been bouncing around from team to team. And it's obviously parents want their kids to they perform it. I guess they're not happy how the coaches are, and so they go somewhere else. But
The grass isn't always greener. You know what
exactly.
I mean?
Am I happy of everything the coaches and from Xavier did? No. If you think I'm not happy with everything coach did with as the team, but there's a lot of stuff I like they did. So that's why I'm concentrating more on the positive than the negative. And if I have a problem, I go talk to the coach. And I did. And they have a problem with me, they talk to me too. So that's what it should be, you know. That's the way. But parents are impatient. They want the best of their kids and blah 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 for little Timmy. And so, but that's the way we are. I mean, for tryouts, that's tough, you know. This I don't know. I think like Max, you said it right, you know, what you said, and I think for tryouts it should be different. I think I should go to a meeting and explain that.
Why don't you go
I know.
where would that happen at?
It's in West Haven. Usually
Is it USA Hockey or it's Connecticut CHC?
CHC first and talk about that. I mean, they should work all together, and that's my opinion. Maybe they do, but I don't see it. So
Go ahead,
that's the
Max.
Another thing that's tough though is like I feel especially parents with their first child like coming into hockey, you're not very informed about the whole process. Don't really know how like what team to go to. Like it can be very difficult to find the right fit for your kid because you don't really know what's going on. So you have to listen to people that are just trying to get your money too. And like it's very tough to make that decision to find the right program if like I mean I don't know how it was for you guys as parents. You have more experience obviously because you played hockey yourself, Dad.
yeah.
It's not easy to go through that whole process with especially with like your first kid. You're like, oh, I want to take him to the next level because I think he can do it, but I don't really know where to go, and there's probably not a lot of like help in that sense to figure that out. And you can't go
Or
talk.
she.
You can't
Or
go
she.
talk. What's that?
Or she.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But what? One sec. Whatever.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
I was just going to say, along what you're saying, Max, it only gets worse for the parents as the children get older. And now you're at a crossroads. Well, do I go to prep school? Do I go to juniors? Do I go whatever, high school? Like there's so many decisions and you're just kind of wading through it without really knowing what the right path is. And you're hoping at the end of the day that you made the right decision at each stage.
Yeah. And
That's
what I was
okay.
also sorry, go ahead.
You go ahead.
What I was gonna say is that you want to ask people like, well, like what should I do? Where should I bring my kid? But you can't ask your teammates because, like you said, Dad, like the other parents on your team, because they're just gonna be mad because you're trying to leave. And
Yep.
and it's nothing against those people, but it's just like I want to do what's best for my child, and I understand that how someone could be upset that you're leaving, but it's like in the end, like I'm sorry, but I'm trying to make my kid the best player he can be and give him the opportunity for success.
Yeah. You do the best for your kid, That's what we do. So go ahead, Zoe.
Oh, I'd just say my hockey career probably was the trial by fire for everybody to learn what was best.
Yeah, and it's funny, Zoe. I want two things I want to talk about. When you went to prep school, I remember when Mommy and I we didn't know nothing about that, and we were like lost. And now we have experience, but not lost, but what?
No,
Go ahead.
I felt like
What I was
lost.
gonna say, no, what I was gonna say, Zoe played boys hockey up
Yeah.
until she got to high school. So as she's going into high school, yeah, she could have played for South Windsor High. Maybe another girl or two could have been on the team. But then I started just Googling girls hockey, like where do you go next? And every road led to a prep school. So
Okay.
then we sat down as a family and we're like, okay, this seems like where we're supposed to go next. And then Zoe was what do you want to call it? Seen
Yeah.
during her Team Connecticut tryout. So that was tryouts that you guys also did every single year.
Yeah.
And recognized and then offered a nice scholarship to go to Choate to play hockey. So it worked out in that respect.
Correct. But I don't want to say because I want to talk about my tryout when I was younger. I would, like I said, you try out for the elite team. After that, you go down. And I didn't make the team, the top team. And I was crying and I was very upset about it, because I would make the team. And now I had to put on the second team. And I said to myself the year after, when I try out again, I'll make sure I make the team. And I work my butt off for it. Today you don't have that because today you don't make one team. Well, I'm going to go play for a similar team somewhere else. But my days we didn't have that. So I stayed in town and played, but I worked my butt off, and the year after, I accomplished something. I made the team, And today's not like that. If a little Timmy doesn't make the team and doesn't make the chief, well, I'm gonna go play for the Wolfpack. And that's what it is. And
It'd be nice if it would be nice if they did that kind of a staggered approach. So then all the AAA teams try out at the same time, but maybe staggering schedules. So if you have a preference for one team or another, you can maybe try out for two of them. I don't know. Or they have all kids just try out for AAA period, and then they place them on teams after that.
Yeah.
And then whoever doesn't make it goes down to the next level. So that gives every child an opportunity to try out at every single level that they want to play at.
Correct. And that'd be nice. It's plain and simple, but what do we know?
Yeah. Nothing. That's why we're sitting here on a podcast on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
It also would serve as a good benchmark too, because sometimes like you send your kid to tryouts, you're like, oh dude, like my kid looks really good here, but you don't know what the talent is like at like that top level. If everybody's given that option to try it with everybody, then you can kind of see where your kid is good at or what he should work on. You know what I mean? And kind of compare, because I guarantee there's a bunch of like solid players playing for other programs that just like don't know where to go and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because really, how many players are you like adding that's new on like those AAA teams? Like a lot of them are already very set in stone. And it's kind of hard to get in there and not kick someone out, but make the team over a returning player,
Yeah. My phone's almost dead. I forgot to charge it.
That's okay. We're probably getting close to the end.
But I like Max. Listen, there's a lot of stuff to need to be done. I think maybe they're improving. I never really talks about that with people, but the way I look at it, I don't see changes. I hope I think that will work the way we're talking about. I think that'd be so great. I think that'd be good for the families too. Their little Timmy was trying out everywhere because he's a bubble player, and if he doesn't make that team, at least he's got another person to play somewhere else. And I think it'll be easier for all those families. So that's why I want to talk about that today and about tryouts. We're talking about hockey tryouts, but soccer's the same thing. Soccer tryout and any other sport, basketball, and then it's the same boat, So
Yeah, I mean, I think we should really just try to make hockey a more collaborative space and less of like cutthroat, like I'm trying to get where I need to go and I don't give a crap about what happens to you type of thing. I understand like people want to make the team over other people, but in the end, like the hockey as a community should be more of a family. And like I feel like even like when you grow up and get older, like if you played hockey, that's something really easy to just chat about with somebody because everyone has those same sort of experiences, regardless of what level you played at. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Mhm.
I feel like
Yeah, I just don't know if it will happen with youth. Or I mean, youth is probably not the right word, but especially those teenage years. You do not, even if somebody's on your own team, you may think of them as your rival.
yeah,
And then, I mean, now that I'm playing in adult league hockey, it's a lot different. There is still people that you play against that maybe are even within your organization, like a rival to you since they are always up your butt in some way, but it's a lot more of like the community based space rather than like very cutthroat. And I don't necessarily see that changing for
no, no, no.
people that are younger. It sucks. Hockey is a really privileged sport. Like you have to have some sort of money in order to play. And sometimes like if you have money, you're gonna play over other people too because of that. But I don't really want to go into that too much. Does anyone have any final points?
Not really. I feel like we kind of hit on
that's
most.
so good. And you know what? We talked about doing that, and we're like, and I think it was a good talk we had here about tryouts and situation like that. So that was great. Great job.
Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for listening into podcast number 10 on the Caouette Circus. We look forward to chatting soon. Have a great week.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye.